Good morning, this is Pastor David. I'm here in Plaridel, Baybay City with Pastor Jake Hundis at Plaridel AG. We're going to go visit a family in Barangay Tahud, Inopacan Leyte, and minister to their needs. This is Pastor Jake, and this is the church here in Plaridel, and you can see it's not a mega church, it's not a big church, and the church has needs here too, but we're going to go minister to the needs of the people today, so we'll hope you join us on our journey. So here we are at Barangay Tahud, and this is where we're parking at by the cemetery because the road dead ends. And we're going to walk up a trail up into the jungle carrying all the supplies to the family's house. So we're going to go this way, the direction that Pastor Jake's going. So this is the beginning of the trail we're going to walk up. And I think it's about a 30-minute walk maybe to their house. So you can see all the beautiful greenery and all the beautiful lubi trees, the coconut trees. And it's a place where a lot of people live in poverty. The three people groups that have the highest poverty rate in the Philippines are the fishermen, the farmers, and the children. And these are the people that we're trying to reach and help. And with your help we can do these things, and we thank you. We're on the trail to Maria's house, and you can see here that some people have planted maize or corn between all the lubi trees and everything, and this is what the people do to try to make a living, for supply food to their family, or maybe even sell this. So we're going up here to the beautiful deep dark jungle up the hill. And when the men of Baybay AG and Plaridel AG helped with the house for this family, they had to carry all the supplies up this trail, all the kahoy, the wood, the cement, and everything they needed. We're halfway up the hill now, and you can see how beautiful it is here, and you have a view of the ocean now, and you can see and imagine that this trail during the rainy season, when it's raining, the hardships that the people have to go through to get their food and their supplies to their house. As we slowly come up the hill, you can see where the family's new house is at, and you can see that their other little hut that they used to stay in just to stay out of the elements is still standing here, and we'll get a closer look at that in a second. This is the hut that the family used to stay in, and you can see it's not very big. It's maybe 10 feet by 10 feet, more like a pyramid shape. And you can see maybe in here that this is where they used to sleep at, the family. And then on this side over here, this is where they would cook, and they're cooking and sleeping and breathing in the smoke. And that's contributing to the health problems of the family. We can hear their guard dogs barking. And this is their new house. Here's some of the things that the family does do to make a living. This is called bagal. It's the hard coconut shell from the coconut. They go up and they collect this. The people that are making the copras from the lubi, from the coconut, discard this. So they try to go up there and collect one sack a day, which is about 53 kilos or so. And from that 53 kilos, they make about 100 pesos, which right now is about $2 American a day. Over here, they have some saging growing, some banana growing. And then up here, you can see that they've planted some root crops, some cassava, and they have some corn growing in the background, and this is basically their livelihood. This is what they sustain their family on, and they grow pineapples and just harvest from the land. It's very beautiful here, but it's a very hard life for these people. Here's a view from a hill that's behind the family's house, and you can see how beautiful it is with the ocean and some of the islands and everything. And behind them up on the hill, they have the power station, the tower for the power lines. And then if you go up this hill more, there's two more hills that's where they cut the lumber, some of the lumber for this house, and the men had to carry it over the two hills back down to this house. So it's not an easy task when you're helping these people, but it's well worth it to see the smile and the warmth in their hearts, the love and compassion that's being passed on to them. It's a very beautiful place, full of hardships and loss of hope in some of the people, and we're just trying to help them regain a little bit of hope and love in their lives. So we're still at the house. We're waiting for the family to come back because the mother went to get her senior citizen assistance in Barangay Inopacan. And this is a little treat here. This is some young coconut that we're going to get the juice and the young meat out of. And Vicenta just licking her lips. Can't wait to get some. So here we are with Pastor Jake, and we have Maria here with us, the young lady who we've been trying to help her family, help her with her medical condition and seek medical help. The family which generous donors and church people that love God, built this house for them. Her mother, Conception, is still in Inopacan getting her monthly senior assistance, so she's not here right now. The mother had 12 children, and she's a widow, and this is where they live on one of their relatives' land. And like we said, they just try to earn a living from the land itself, from the coconut, from the pineapple, from the banana, from the different root crops that they grow. Our generous donor, Eleonor Presley, was moved with compassion when she seen the situation of this family, as all people should be moved somewhat for their fellow human beings. And she donated money and asked us, gave us the task that, here, I want you to buy supplies for this family because I'm so moved for them. So this is Maria. Hello. You can say hello. You don't want to say hello? Typically the people in this setting are really shy, and they're very grateful, but they're shy and they don't know what to say, and they say they have a nosebleed because they don't know that much English, but you know, it's okay. So Pastor Jake, ask her what she thinks about this. What is the value of this for her and her family?
So sa kuno ang para ni mo day nga tao nga nagtabang ninyo. So unsa ni para sa inyo sa imong ginabati. Very much thanks to that sponsor.
So she says, yeah, very big thanks for our sponsor for this, Miss Eleonor Presley. And you see here we have 50 kilos of rice, which her brother had to carry it up the hill here, but it's well worth it. And we just have various toiletries that they can use. We have coffee and Milo, which is like hot chocolate. We have noodles and sardines and some fresh pork and some fish and some even dried fish, some buad. The basic staples that the family needs. And this is just something that we do. We're driven by the love and compassion to help people like this in this situation. These are the people that we try to reach. As we said before, that the fishermen, the farmers, and the children are the poorest 3 people groups of the Philippines, that they're way below the poverty line. This is the people that they receive some assistance from the government, as their mother getting her senior assistance, but it's not enough. I mean, you can see they lived in a hut that was covered by basically the leaves of the coconut tree, the old covering of somebody's house, just to try to stay out of the rain. And it's the compassion that moves you. We question governments, we question people as like, how come the governments don't do enough to help people like this? How come organizations don't help people like this? But we should ask ourselves, what about us? We say we're compassionate and we're loving. If we're compassionate and we're loving, then that compassion and love compels us, just as it compelled Eleonor Presley to help this family. It should compel us to help people like this, no matter where they live. If they live in the Philippines, they live in America, they live in Africa, wherever they live. There's so many people in the world that have so much that they say they have compassion and love, then it should compel them just to give a little bit, as Eleanor did. She didn't look at herself and her needs. She just felt so much for this family that she gave to help this family. And we're blessed to be a part of this. And this is what this ministry we try to do, is to help people that really need help. So we just thank you for all your prayers. We thank you for your financial support. And we just ask those who were drawn to this to partner with us. And as a reminder, the money we spend, the money that Eleanor sent, every peso down to the 25 centavos, 10 centavos, was spent on this family. We didn't use none of it for us, for our lunch, for our water, for transportation, any of that. The money she wanted to give to this family for this supplies, 100% was used. So we thank you for your support. We thank you for your help. We thank Pastor Jake for spending his time to bring us up here. And we thank the family for just being a little bit more happy, being a little more comfortable, just seeing that there's hope, that people do care about them. So we thank you again. God bless.